is Ghost217, and welcome back to my first ever commentary on Modern Warfare 3. I do apologise, you'll probably notice in a few seconds the game slightly jumped, and this was down to a host migration. I tried to do my best to cut it out, but it does jump slightly, so I apologise for that. Anyway, this is a 69 and 7 with the P90 on bootleg, I think the map's called, I'm not quite sure on that. I'm using the Predator, Attack Helicopter and Pavlo, which I think is probably the most effective effective kill streaks in this game for getting a good gameplay. I'm also using the P90 Suppressed, which I think is probably going to be one of my, well, as far as I'm aware so far, is one of my favourite weapons in the game. It doesn't really have much recoil, it's quite high damage, and it's got a lovely large clip, which is brilliant. Perks, I'm not entirely sure. I recorded this in theatre mode because I'm a bit lazy at the moment. I can't be bothered to put my PVR on all the time, and for some reason theatre mode doesn't let you look at what perks you've got on, and I feel, I could be wrong, and I'm quite willing to be corrected on this, I think it's sleight of hand, quick draw and steady aim, though it could well be wrong. I'm also using the concussion grenades, which, I mean, they've always been my favourite grenades in games, but in this game they're especially useless. They take so long to throw. I think they take longer to throw than the stun grenade. I mean, the flash grenades in Black Ops, which is quite horrible. So unless you're using quick draw, you're kind of screwed with that respect. In the same respect, so I'm using Semtex, which is another grenade I've always used. I like them because they blow up exactly where you throw them. I don't like cooking grenades. I'm a bit lazy in that respect, I suppose. But yeah, they're pretty useless as well. They're better than the frag grenades, but not by a huge deal. I have started recently using C4, which actually works really well. That's probably actually the most powerful thing in this game. So I'd recommend giving that a go if you haven't tried it. In this game, it was I was a bit special, let's be fair. I got 3 Pavlos throughout the length of this game, and I think I managed to call one of them in, which is quite retarded. One would, well, very special of me, should I say. It came down to the fact that I think I made the mistake of calling in an attack chopper instead of a Pavlo when I had one. I then went on rather a long kill streak and overran one of my Pavlos, which was another stupid error, but, and then the third one, I think got cop blocked by someone else's chopper, so I only managed to call one of them in, which was a shame. And also when I overran my Pavlos, I think I was like 5 or 6 off m.o.a.d, which I didn't actually realise until I was watching it back, which is incredibly irritating, but I suppose you have to live with that, and that's the way it rolls. So yeah, that's enough about the gameplay. The game itself, well, I do like it, but it has some glaringly bad issues with it, and it really winds me up. These being the speed at which you die is just insane. You die so fast, and I probably made a mistake in the fact that I've not really branched out very much in the variety of the weapons I use. I primarily have used the shotguns, and I haven't done particularly well with them. I mean, admittedly it's been a lot nicer since they patched the SPAS, though I'm still struggling to get a decent gameplay with it. I think most of the games I've got, I think I got one with an AA-12, which is rather weird, but yeah, the shotguns which I've always used in previous Call of Duties, in this game they've just decided to ruin them, and I'm not quite sure why, which has made it a bit more challenging for me, which is one thing that I really dislike, is how useless the shotguns are, unless you get them to like level 28, where you get the damage proficiency. They are pretty awful. Range is quite useful on a couple of them, and I suppose the striker without any of that stuff is still a pretty good shotgun. The other thing I don't really like is the support package. I mean, in concept it's a good idea, but the very premise that you get so many UAVs a game, that it almost seems to be the point that Assassin is about the only means that you can use to stay alive for a decent period of time, and in doing so you have to play so much more cautiously because you've got UAVs up the whole time. And then you get the stealth bombers, which are just, they buffed them a hell of a lot since the previous game, and the buff and making them that powerful, as well as the premise that you don't have to stay alive to get them, you don't have to stay alive to get your 14 kill streak, you can just die along the way. It's annoying. And then you get EMPs, which I like the idea of it, but the actual practical use of them is just poor, because you can die as much as you want, get your 15 or 18 kills I think it is for it, and then just wipe anyone else out on the other team who's doing marginally well for a minute. But you don't even have to do it doing that well to be able to get it, which kind of irritates me. But I'm not saying that I haven't used them, but I'm unlikely to. I don't go negative with them. I do get them 2 or 3 times in a game, which I kind of feel in that respect is alright. But when you're going really negative and you're getting these really powerful kill streaks, it doesn't seem quite fair. Other issues: Assassin and Blind Eye being in different perk slots. I mean, it was a good concept of splitting Ghost up. That was a brilliant idea, but to then put them in different perk slots so you can complete Ghost again, it just was a poor choice. And this is a simple remedy, simple remedy to it. You can just, if you just swapped Overkill and Blind Eye around, you'd have Overkill. I mean, you'd have Blind Eye and Assassin in the same perk slot, which would mean they're going to use one, and I think it would make it a bit more even, let's be honest. But anyway, that's enough complaining. Well, actually, no, I'm not quite done. The maps were not made brilliantly. There's so much crap just in them. There's so much pointless stuff just lying around, and you get stuck on so much shit. It just is quite irritating, to be honest. But you learn to live with it. Other than that, the game, it works really well. It runs quite smoothly. I mean, the connection's not brilliant on it, which is a shame, because I was hoping it would be a bit more like Modern Warfare 2 than the connection. Everyone's sort of on an even playing ground, but unfortunately it wasn't where it quite worked. But yeah, other than that, I do enjoy the game. The weapon balance is pretty good, other than the shotguns. The secondaries are a little bit... The machine gun pistols are a little bit overpowered, but I guess we can live with that. If everyone's on the same playing field, it's not really an overpowered thing. Anyway, but I probably should have started with this, but I do apologise for my lack of posting recently. I did say I would try and post a bit more often when Modern Warfare 3 came out, but partly to do with the fact that I'm really struggling to get any form of gameplay with this game, is half the reason I haven't posted that much, and secondly, I've had an awful lot of work to do of late, and I haven't really been able to play that much, which is quite annoying, but I guess you're going to have to live with that. But yeah, thought I'd apologise for that. Anyway, I feel that I need to apologise again. This has been quite a complaining, moany commentary, but it's due to the fact that I feel this game could have been so brilliant, but they've ruined it by just sort of simple little mistakes, and the current state that this game is in is just not that enjoyable for me to play. I mean, I'm not saying as a broad thing it's not good to play, but I don't find it fun to play. And it's such a shame, because they seem to have just completely ignored the fact that Black Ops came out, and anything good that they've done in the game, they seem to have taken pretty much all of that and just gone, nah, we will make our own way around this, which is a bit of a shame, but I feel like they've taken some of that stuff into consideration. The game could have been a lot better. But anyway, this is Infinity Ward, and I suppose they have to be different to Treyarch. But anyway, this game seems to be wrapping up. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think of this game. I'd love to know what your opinions of it were. I can't really sort of base it on just my own opinions. But yeah, it would be great to know what you guys think of it. Anyway, please leave a comment and a like rating, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.